Estás viendo ContralonaPR, conectando la lucha libre contigo.
Fanáticos de ContralonaPR, me encuentro con nada más y nada menos que el ex-WWE Mason Ryan. Thanks for being here with us in ContralonaPR.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
It's not your first time in Puerto Rico, right?
Third time. I was here twice with WWE. This is my first time for WWC, so I'm having a good time. I'm loving it.
Have you loved it? The fans in Puerto Rico. What is your opinion about the fans of Puerto Rico?
Yeah, you know, obviously coming here with WWE, it's a little different because obviously, you know, you give them a certain show or whatever, but you know, tonight I got to experience sort of the real side of Puerto Rico and the real fans, and yeah, they're very passionate, you know, and they obviously love their wrestling, and it's great to be in front of fans like that, you know, who appreciate what we do and, you know, who love being part of the show. So yeah, I really enjoyed myself tonight, and we have another show tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that as well.
Okay, cool, that's great. We know you from the WWE, actually. We know that you were a FCW World Heavyweight Champion, right? How was the experience for you?
Yeah, it was a crazy experience, you know. At the time, I was very new to the business, and everything was crazy because I moved from another country, didn't know anybody here, so, you know, packed all my stuff, came here by myself, didn't know anyone, and then, I don't know, I think it was maybe 4 or 5 months, I was the FCW champion, you know, and I took that very seriously. It was a great honor to me because, you know, the history of that belt and that title and everything that goes with it, you know. Florida used to be a great territory, and, you know, all the champions that came through there, you know, and, you know, Dusty Rhodes and, you know, Mike Graham, Eddie Graham, you know, all that great talent that came from there. So it was a great honor for me. So it was crazy, and I loved every second of it. You know, I look back with that with fond memories.
Cool. We saw you the first time on a WWE brand. It was on Raw with the Nexus faction. How was that experience for you?
Yeah, that was, you know, my first year in WWE was just crazy. I became the FCW champion, and then within a year, about almost precisely a year, I made my debut, you know, and that was a crazy night because I didn't know until that night that I was actually debuting, and then, yeah, I didn't, and then even when they told me, I didn't know exactly what was going to happen, you know, and then to find out that I was going to be involved in the new Nexus and you know, involved in a match between Cena and Punk. It was a huge deal, massive deal, you know, and I remember then I was so nervous, you know, because obviously, you know, this is your big time, big chance, and yeah, it was so cool, you know. I still watch it sometimes just to see and just remember, like, it seems so far away, so long ago now, but yeah, it was awesome, you know. It was a great time, you know. I was very lucky to be able to do that.
And I think it's great because it was in the main event of that Monday Night Raw. That's a huge thing.
Exactly. Well, that's, you know, it was not only was it Cena and Punk and me, you know, just disturbing the match and interfering in the match, but it was the final segment of Raw, and literally we went off Raw, and the new Nexus, you know, held their arms held high, and the focus was on me as well. You know, the whole thing was on me. So yeah, that was. You know, that was definitely one of the highlights of my WWE career, yeah.
That's awesome. What are you doing right now in the wrestling business?
It's been almost 3.5 months since, you know, me and the WWE went our separate ways. So just slowly but surely getting my name out there, you know, getting to grips with the sort of independent circuit in the United States, you know. So I've got some stuff coming up. I'm going to go to Europe. For probably about a month and a half to do a lot of shows all over there, which is going to be cool. I'll get to go home and visit my family and stuff, and, you know, do a lot of shows at the same time. So I'm looking forward to. I've got a lot of shows in Wales, my home country as well, that's going to be very cool. It's going to be like a homecoming, so I'm looking forward to that. And, you know, started a good relationship with WWC here on Carlos Colon, and, you know, he's always been good to me. So hopefully, you know, this will be an ongoing thing. I'll come back here, you know, and wrestle here in front of the great fans here, and just take it from there, you know, just basically see what comes. I have no real plan. It's just to have a good time and see what comes of it.
All right. That's cool. I want to ask you this, with all due respect, because we know that the fans worldwide, you know, compare you to Batista. actually, how do you feel about that thing that the fans tell you?
Yeah, it's something that's always followed me. You know, this even before I got to the WWE, as comparisons were made before, like because I wrestled in the UK before I got to the WWE. Comparisons were always made, but I saw similarities, and I guess, you know, we do kind of look alike and stuff, but. You know, he's his own man. I'm my own man. We're just two different people. We came from completely different worlds to start off with. You know, two different countries, and we just happen to have a similarity in the way we look. You know, I've met him a few times and talked to him quite a few times. He's a great guy. You know, very down to earth, and you know, very easy to get along with. So it never really bothered me, to be honest. I think people seem to think that it bothered me more than it did because I always just did what I was going to do. You know what I mean? I never let it affect. All I can do is be me and be who I am and let people see that, you know. And if people want to compare me, they're going to compare me. You know, there's absolutely nothing I can do about that. So it never worried me, and it doesn't really happen anymore, I think, because I think people see, you know, I kind of have a different style of wrestling to him, I think. And, you know, when I get a chance to talk and stuff like this, you know, people see a different side and stuff for me, so no, it didn't really bother me. But I agree. It's always been there, you know.
That's why I ask, because the people always chant you that Batista too. It's like, well, you know.
Everyone always gets it. Ryback gets Goldberg. You know what I mean? When Brock Lesnar started, he used to get Goldberg chants when he started. You know, so they're always going to compare you to someone. I think even Batista got Goldberg chants when he started. So, you know, the fans, until they like you, they're going to find a reason to dislike you. You know, and they have every right. So they pay the money to buy the tickets, and they watch the TV, and you know, without them we're nothing. So they have every right to think whatever they want to think, you know. So yeah, I'll be honest, it never really bothered me.
That's great. That's awesome. Will we see Mason Ryan once again here in Puerto Rico in the future?
Absolutely, yeah. I have nothing confirmed yet, but you know, hopefully we can work something out and I can come back here. Yeah, I love it here.
Is it hot out here in the court?
Yeah, it's very hot out here, yeah, but I'd rather it be hot than cold. I'm from Wales. I lived all my life in Wales, and, you know, we had terrible weather there, so I'd rather be hot than cold, you know. It's better for the muscles, so I don't mind the heat at all.
That's cool. We thank you very much for being here with us in ContralonaPR. We want to end this interview with a message that you want to send to the people in Puerto Rico that are watching you right now.
Yeah, thanks for everyone for coming out. I've generally had a great time here tonight, and you know, I loved every second, and I look forward to spending more time here and, you know, meeting more people and putting on bigger and better shows, you know, and just having a good time. Thank you to everyone.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, Mason, thank you very much. We wish you the best in the business, in your career, and everything.
Cool. Thank you for having me, and like I said, watch out for Mason Ryan. Or I might change my name, we'll see. Watch out for me in the future, that's for sure. The Welsh Warriors coming.
Thank you very much. Mi gente, lo dejamos aquí. ¿Dónde más? En ContralonaPR, conectando la lucha libre contigo.